So this is a report of 3 subsets on the phase 1/2 study of Fianlimab, an anti-LAG-3 antibody, along with Cemiplimab, an anti-PD-1 antibody, in patients with advanced melanoma. There's a subset of patients, the third cohort of patients that's reported here, 18 patients that had prior adjuvant or neoadjuvant therapy. Of those, 13 had prior PD-1. It's a good question to ask because for stage 2 and stage 3 melanomas in the adjuvant, PD-1 is becoming a staple, and we wanted to know, does this regimen work in those patients? So quickly on the whole cohort of patients together is 98 patients with greater follow-up, a response rate of 63%, a duration of response that hasn't been reached, and a median progression-free survival of 15 months, which are all novel. They are interesting in this small cohort. They compare favorably with historical combinatorial therapies such as Relativity 47 and Checkmate 67. What we also saw is very tolerable without any novel signals, an increased incidence of adrenal insufficiency, but all manageable. And that's interesting here because the dosage of LAG-3 is much higher than we've traditionally given, and the frequency is every 3 weeks in this cohort. So you see you're getting a little bit more. When you look at the cohort of patients that had adjuvant or neoadjuvant therapy, that number is about 23 patients from the first cohort combined with the third cohort, so 5 plus 18. What we see in all comers is a response rate about 62%. And a duration of response that hasn't been reached. And that's novel. We had no indication of the activity with LAG-3 PD-1 in this cohort, and it gives me as a medical melanoma oncologist safety in understanding that there are therapies post-PD-1 failure in the adjuvant setting. When you look at the post-PD-1 alone patients, it's about a 61% response, no new toxicity, and when they recurred in the same fashion, and so even poor prognostic subgroup patients responded well. We saw responses in the full cohort of patients regardless of LAG-3 and PD-1 staining. We also didn't see any new tox, and patients did benefit from this study. About a 73% response of any shrinkage, 78% disease control, and the responses were rapid, deep, and durable, with evolving responses also seen. So a regimen that's being looked at in randomized phase 3 in the advanced setting and also in the adjuvant setting. So more to come.